Welcome back one final time to Hot Roster today. Gary and Thorne and Cam Stewart still with you. Now talking a little puck. There are 2 cards available to you on HotRoster.com tonight. One is the shootout card, but Cam, we will be breaking down the power play card, which features 11 matchups. It's a very juicy one,
yes,
too, with John Tavares.
Heating up.
Really, his last game was fantastic against Corey Perry. Tavares gets Montreal. Perry gets Nashville. There is no spread in this contest.
John Tavares, 5 points in his last 4 games. We also might have an Al Montoya sighting tonight. It is. So that's a whole different story. The Montreal Canadiens have been playing great hockey, but Islanders at home, you got a backup goalie in there, free flowing style. You know what? Perry's been okay. He's also got 10 penalty minutes, but I just think Tavares, it's one of those things you ride the hot hand, Garion, and his numbers tell me the way he's been lighting up the last couple games, I got to go with Johnny at home.
I just feel there's some concerns for Corey Perry in this contest, and I think if Ryan Getzlaf doesn't play, which right now he's day-to-day, he might not play in this contest. They played last night, so it's also a back-to-back for Anaheim. Like, that's the playmaker on this line.
Yep.
Like, so I think if Perry's without Getzlaf, I'm even more inclined to take John Tavares in this one. And I know that Montreal's goal, they lead the league in goals allowed at this point, just 1.48 per game.
Things could change tonight.
Exactly. I think this is the night things change.
One concern I have, though, is the power play time. Perry almost close to 4 minutes with Tavares is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a big discrepancy, more time to get points. But I'm going with Tavares.
I'm going to go with Tavares, too. And actually, dating back to last season and including parts of this season, Tavares, 2.25 points per 60 minutes. That's 12th in the NHL. Corey Perry's down at 1.82. That's 61st.
Nice numbers, Gary.
Tapering off a little bit as of late for Corey Perry. The Peterborough Kid.
Yes.
As he's known by me, I guess. I don't think anyone actually calls him that. Yevgeny Kuznetsov.
Yes.
Versus Brad Marchand. Marchand is the half-point underdog despite averaging 6.17 fantasy points per game. 6.11 points per 60 this season is tops in the NHL.
What you talking about, Hot Roster? Are you tricking me? Because I'm looking at this one going,
Feels like a trap.
Do you guys know something we don't know? Because Marchand, when you break it down, what? 5 points versus the Columbus Blue Jackets, 7 shots in that game. Like, that is called blowing it up. And he's been great. 9 points in his last 4 games. He gets more power play time. Like, everything is pointing to Marchand. He's in all categories, right? Am I missing something, Garion?
I think it's the matchup. I think right now it's the matchup. And the one thing I would say, too, is, like, that Boston offensive nucleus. Like, sure, that top line's not bad.
They lost to Minnesota 5-0. They didn't even score.
I get it. I just, like, is David Pastrnak going to keep scoring a bunch of goals? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, it's a weird sort of thing right now. Maybe if he was doing it more on the goal end and less on the assist end. Like, to me, like, when you pile up the assists, it's great. You're a playmaker.
Yep.
I get it. But for the head-to-head matchups, I kind of like to see the guys who can do it themselves, not have to rely on somebody else. Kuznetsov, I just think it's a situation where I know Washington has struggled to score goals this season.
They have.
Last in the NHL in goals. They only played 5 games. But, you know, they get a juicy matchup against Edmonton. Only 2 teams this season allowing more shots per
good
game
point.
than Edmonton, that being Detroit and Arizona. And the thing, too, with Marchand, even though he's scoring a ton of points, as I mentioned, the most per 60 of any player in the NHL, he is 265th in shots per 60, only 5.34 shots per 60. He's not exactly, you know, taking a bunch of shots. It's just
pretty good with his opportunities.
More than a quarter of them are going in. So I think there's a little regression tonight.
Yeah.
Give me Kuznetsov against Edmonton. That's actually going to bleed in to our next over-under, which is Alexander Ovechkin, his line mate, 5.5 points for Ovi. I feel like if I'm taking Kuznetsov there, I kind of have to take the over with Ovechkin.
That's the thing. I lean Marchand, but 5.5, Ovechkin can get there. You talked about the matchup against the Edmonton Oilers. This could be pond hockey. Also, the power play time for Ovi, 4:28. There's going to be lots of opportunities to get goals, to get assists. 4 points in 6 games. He hasn't really had that Ovechkin-like performance where he goes nuts. It's going to happen tonight against Edmonton. I could see definitely a 7+ night on Hot Roster. I think we can get way over 5.5.
Well, you mentioned the power play time. It's almost hilarious to look at the breakdown of the Washington Capitals to who plays their power play time.
Ovechkin.
Because basically every team, any team you could pick, Cam, they're going to have their top 2 defensemen playing the most time on the ice for the power play unit. Ovechkin crushes John Carlson, who would be their top power play defenseman. He is always on the ice on the power play, and right now, 21 shots in 5 games. Nearly 80% of the faceoffs he's involved in while on the ice are taking place in the offensive zone. Now that bleeds again into the power play time he's on, but when he's on the ice, Washington's on the attack. And I think he's going to get over 5.5 points.
We're feeling it. Ovechkin keep climbing.
Before we get out of here, Cam, Shea Weber against the aforementioned John Carlson. And Carlson gets Edmonton. Shea Weber against the New York Islanders. We talk about how good Brad Marchand
Shea Weber has been amazing.
Amazing. And the reason for that is he leads the NHL currently in plus minus at a plus 10. But
I know.
we were already pretty high on Tavares, so I know Al Montoya's in net. Like, can Montreal keep winning these games? They have to lose at some point. Right?
They do have to lose, but I actually think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, like an Islanders 5-4 type of game. So I think Weber's a good matchup. 7 points in 6 games. You said it, Gary, in a plus 10, 8 penalty minutes to boot. He's doing everything well. People didn't like this trade, but I'll tell you, people in Montreal are pretty happy. It's early in the season. I like Weber in the matchup. To me, John Carlson is rock solid. You're right. He's going to get a lot of power play time, but Weber's doing so much in so many categories. I like Weber.
Love it or hate it. I don't know. But that's Cam Stewart.
Yep.
You love him. I'm Gary and Thorne. Thanks for watching Hot Roster today, guys. Some great cards up there, as we mentioned. Broke them all down. We'll be back tomorrow.